So I was working for the ABC affiliate in Washington, D.C., and my contract was about to come up. So it was coming up in January of 2004. And I started talking to the CBS station at the time. We'd gone to lunch a couple of times. And at that moment, it was owned by Gannett. And so Gannett, which is now Tegna, also owned Channel 5 and some other places. So the contract I was being offered was a great contract, but not what the other person was ready to give me. So now I'm trying to be businessman, right? I don't have an agent. It's just me. And I think thinking too much of my worth bit me in the butt. So my station said, well, you better sign this contract. If not, we're taking it back. Well, this guy over here is not ready to draw something up yet. So instead of doing the bird in the hand, I went for the two birds in the bush. Okay. Well, the two birds in the bush never panned out. The bird in the hand took their contract back and offered me another one. It wasn't half, but close to half. I go, I can't live like that. So I went back over here and he said, well, you know, what we have right now is we just hired an anchor from the Fox affiliate. She can't work for 6 months because of non-compete. If you came here, you can't work for 6 months because of a non-compete. We can't pay both of you not to work. I'm sorry. That was Thanksgiving weekend of 2003. So imagine Thanksgiving weekend, family's there, and you're like holding this into yourself going, I don't know what I'm going to do now. So the guy with the Gannett station calls and says, what do you think about St. Louis? And I said, right now I'm willing to go wherever I need to go. And I had gone to cover the Washington football team, NFL team in Chicago on a Sunday. And I flew from Chicago to St. Louis, interviewed on Monday, and then was offered the job later that week.
Wow.
And changed everything about my life. And what was interesting was that same week that I came back before I was offered the job, I had a run through at the Fox station, Channel 5 there, to be their morning anchor. Well, I get the contract back from Channel 5. I signed the Channel 5 here and I send it off. That night, the woman at the other station, the general manager or the news director calls, leaves a message saying that her and the general manager want to go to lunch and they want me to be their new guy and we're going to do whatever it takes to get you here. Now, at the time, I probably could have called Channel 5 here and said, hey, I got something going on here and don't have to relocate my family. Everything would have been fine. But to me, I said, I signed that paper. I got to honor that paper. And so we moved and came here. And in retrospect, it was probably the greatest thing I ever did was to come here for family and everything else.